right, hello everyone. Peace of Christ to all. Today we have a new funny topic, and it's kind of cute. Um, the whole purpose of what we do here is to fight the ignorance we see in the West. Now, sometime I ask myself, um, what's wrong with Western people? I don't want people to be offended from me, from what I'm saying, but I think many of you understand. There's many reasons for me to say that. In front of us, we have an article, an interview, which is for a famous actor. I believe he is originally from maybe Norway, I think. I'm not sure. If somebody can correct me, I'm not sure really where he's from. But I think he speaks French, correct? Which maybe he is from Switzerland or something. I'm not, I'm not really good with actors. I have no idea. If I watch a movie, I watch it for its good or bad, but I don't care really for actors. However, this smart actor, they are asking him about health and etc., and there is no reason for him to say what he said, and he surprised everybody by saying something very funny and very stupid. And for sure, the Muslims are very happy. I think, I don't know, some of them, especially when they are trying to do a movie in the Middle East for their own protection, they say good things about Islam before they go there. As an example, there's an actor before, I forgot his name. He said it's astonishing when he hear the adhan in Turkey, and at that time he was doing the one movie in Turkey, and everybody was start saying it sounds like he is converting to Islam or something, but obviously not. He's just being hypocrite to the Muslims for his own protection. So he's showing that he admires Islam and he admires the religion, and he giving them a sound like he is thinking to convert to Islam. So now today we have this guy. His name is Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he had an interview, and he said they asked him about health, and he said when he was asked about his like health, how you can keep your health and healthy eating, he replied by advising people to follow the example of the Prophet Muhammad. So if you want to really have a healthy life, you should follow the example of the Prophet Muhammad. Now, for sure, those people, they present no one and they can say whatever they want. However, why somebody in such an age, and he should be like learned enough from life to be wise and etc., he says such a stupid thing? What he know even about Muhammad to talk about Muhammad, and we need to learn from Muhammad how to be healthy. This is why I say sometimes like Western, they act weird, and I'm not trying to insult, but I don't see really a reason. After this guy, after he saw all of what he saw in the world, from the crimes is done by Islam and Muslims, and how filthy this religion. I know that he's a violent actor, but at the end of the day, he's an actor. He's not a criminal. And we know that all the violence is done in movies are not even real. Even you might be able to beat him easy without even fighting with him. They might look strong, etc., but in real life, fighting is something from being big by size or by having muscles. Someone shorter than you can take you down if he is really skilled. So he's an actor, and the question is about health. So what Muhammad have to do with health? So we are going to examine today to see if this man is a madman or being stupid or being a hypocrite, or being whatever or being smart. Uh, how he was able to come to the conclusion that we should be following Muhammad, and Muhammad is the very good person to follow in the specifically in the case of health. The Prophet Muhammad was very smart. He know what is good for the future about body. So look at that and don't ask me, and believe me, you have everything that you need. Wow. Dr. Muhammad is the one who will tell you, you know what, I came from the Middle East. And Muslims, they live in the Middle East by haram and halal, which means whatever Muhammad he forbid, they forbid. Muhammad, he eat with the right hand, they eat with the right hand, etc. All those stupid things. But the average of age in the Middle East is very low. Actually, it's horrible. Very horrible. Especially in Saudi Arabia. And Muhammad himself, he did not even reach the age of 63. Like, how old are you right now? They are asking you about how you keep your health because you are healthy until now. Muhammad, in your age, he was not healthy. Muhammad was always sick.
Yeah.
Read, you discover in a Muslim a lots of good thing.
Okay.
Very smart Prophet Muhammad. He knew what's good for the future about the body. So look at that. Don't ask me, and believe me, you have everything there.
Now, the reason he said that, actually, just to find the real reason, really, he is doing an interview with a Muslim TV station. It's called NBC, owned by the Saudi. So he is saying himself out for the Muslims. You know, it's for to fool the Muslims. All right. So this is the NBC, a Muslim Saudi station owned by the Saudi specifically, and this is why he mentioned the name of Muhammad. So now we know at least the first reason for him to mention Muhammad. It was not a TV station from his country or American. No, it was a Muslim TV station who most of its program, actually 99% of it, is in Arabic. So they have him as a guest and they have an interview with him. So he said that to them I see it as a base of hypocrisy, because how come you don't say the same thing wherever you go, but you say that only when you speak to Muslims? Obviously, and I think all of you agree with me, that this was based on hypocrisy and deception. He is just fooling the Muslims, playing them, and make them believe that he is a person who believed that Muhammad was the best person to follow. However, what we will do now, we are going to examine, let us assume for the sake of argument, that this person is, he has some evidence of what he is saying, and what he is saying is true. So we need to examine this, all right? And we will see if this is true or it's false. By the way, if you have any question or you want to share with us, you can click at the part of the video and you can share with us with the questions or even with answers. All right, and I'm very happy to see those people who come always and they support what we do. I don't want to mention by name, but we have people who always come, actually. Millions, Marion, Matahari, those people, they always come, actually. They are the first to be here always, so I'm always, I appreciate those people. Whatever we do, they are always here with us. So let us examine step by step how truthful this is. I will start from some hadith about Muhammad. I'm going to follow the advice of this actor, and I'm going to practice what he said. And I want to see where I'm going to end, which hospital is going to take me, and what doctor will say to me after I tell him what happened. Listen carefully to the Prophet. He knew perfectly what is good for the body. This is what he said, correct? He knew exactly what is good for the body. Narrated by Abu Huraira, Rad mean radiyallahu anhu, which means Allah, may Allah accept him. It's a summary of radiyallahu anhu. Allah Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, which means Allah pray on him and salute him, because Allah, he worked for Muhammad, and I never heard of God he pray in his prophet and he salute him. Anyway, the Muslim, when they translate, they say Allah, peace be upon him and bless him. This is absolute false lie. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the one you see it here, they make it like an art to make it short, small. They put between two brackets because it's long and useless actually, but they have to add it each time they say the name of Muhammad. It's a must, because this man is terrifying name. You cannot say his name without saying sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Like there's a video of a guy who was speaking about the Prophet of Islam. Actually, you can watch one of, I will give an example. If you go to the Bean Show, there's a video, it's called Description of Paradise, which is very funny, stupid video, by the way. The guy, each time he say Muhammad, he says sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and when the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in the same minute he said sallallahu alayhi wasallam, or maybe more than 20 times, because they are afraid to say his name without saying this, without praising him. For Muhammad is God, not a prophet. He called himself a prophet, but in fact he is God. He is the God of Islam. Look what Muhammad said. When a fly falls into the drink of one of you, he should fully dip it and throw it away, because there is a disease in one of its wings and a cure in the other, which means other wing. All right. Should we follow the steps of the Prophet? When a fly came to your soup, you make it swim in your soup and you'll be sure she is swimming there? Dip it, dip it. Is that how we can really have a healthy soup? This guy, he told us to follow exactly the smart, intelligent prophet. He knows exactly what is good for the body. Look. Indeed, the messenger of Allah, you have an excellent example. This is the comment of the Muslim, by the way, not his comment. All right. Let us go back to his comment here. All right. The Prophet Muhammad was very smart. He know what's good for the future about the body. So look at that and don't ask me. Believe me, you have everything that you need. I challenge the Muslims to do what Muhammad did and what Muhammad said. To make a fly, if a fly is stopped in your soup, by the way, it's the same as in your food. You have to dip it in your food, because soup is no different from food. Soup is a food. So if a fly is stopped in your food, you have to grab it and push it inside your food and make it swim inside, because you want to be sure that the cure, which is in the other wing, we do not know which wing, which is very funny. You know, wings, by the way, of the fly have nothing to do with sickness or illness. Actually, wings of the fly is the most clean part of it. This is why you can see through. The reason that it's always clean, because when the fly she move her wings in extreme fast speed. All right, extreme fast speed. So nothing's stuck in it, and the material, there's no hair, there's nothing there. You know, so nothing is stuck with it. The same as your, you know, the top of your nails. Usually, they are very clean. Why? Because simply nothing was stuck in them. They are smooth and they are. There's nothing. There's no hair. There's no skin. You know, things kind of stuck with hair, skin, etc. But nails, you know, the wings is made from the same, made from the chitin, I think they call it in English, which is the same as nails. So it's a very very clean part of the fly, and the dirt of the fly, or let us say the germs, the bacteria, etc., they stuck in the hair of the legs of the fly, not in the wings, and the wings have nothing to do with it. But according to the wise Muhammad, if a fly fell down in your soup, you have to push it down. Like if you try to get out, I'm getting out. No, you push it down, brother. You push it down. Be sure you push it down. Otherwise, the soup is not good. You push it down. You make her wash herself inside the soup, and then you drink the soup. MashaAllah. Is it stupid what this guy he said to us? But I understand he is being hypocrite to the Muslim. He is doing a program. He is invited by Saudi TV. So what you expect him to say? Those people, they are just about money. And now for sure, if you go to Saudi Arabia, he's safe and nobody will kidnap him. Even ISIS will not kidnap him. You know. Now, there is a list of hadith, by the way. Like if I too bad you guys cannot you don't speak Arabic, so we will jump those ones in Arabic. What about the cleaning and cleansing? Let us see the method of keeping your hands clean. When one of you eats, he must not wipe his hands till he lick it, or give it to someone else to lick it. Like what? What, Muhammad? Not only you lick it, you give it to someone else to lick it. So if a Muslim, he is rich, all right, imagine this. If a Muslim, he is rich and he have a bunch of slaves, after he finish eating, he will put his hand and he asks his slave to come and lick it. Or he lick it. Is that what health is about? You know, your hands, first of all, is the first thing can touch germs in all your body, because most of your body is covered, and it's, you know, the most thing you use, either your feet, you walk in the floor, the ground, or your hands. But your hands is even more than your feet, because you grab things with it, you hold things for it, which means you cannot really do anything in your day without using your hands and your fingers. And due to that, because it's the most used part of your body, is going to be exposed a lot more to germs and bacteria. And this is why actually I advise people, if you go to the mall, try to avoid to touch your mouth, your nose, your eyes when you are there. Actually, this is how people get sick. You go to the mall, like, you know, you are going up to the stairs, the escalator is coming up, and you are holding that black thing in the side, and God knows how many hands they hold it during the time before they clean it again. And then you touch your nose, or you touch your eye, and you know your mouth, and then you will get sick. There's a high possibility for you to get sick. That's why when you go out for shopping or etc., the first thing you do when you come home, wash your hands, because by touching something was exposed to public, like the door of the mall. Many malls, they don't have electronic doors, they open by themselves, so you have to push it by yourself, especially like if it's a store door. So imagine how many thousand people they touch the same handle you are touching. The one who have a flu, the one have whatever disease is. You go there, you touch it, you touch your eye, you touch your ear, you touch your mouth, or you lick your fingers, or you go and you eat in a restaurant without washing your hands, and after that you do what Muhammad said, lick your fingers. Let us say they give you a sandwich, and now it's time to clean your hands. How you do it? You lick your fingers. It look like Muhammad, you think we are cats and dogs. There is a very well narrator of the hadith. His name is Abu Huraira. I think most of you heard of him. The reason Abu Huraira was called Abu Huraira, because this guy, wherever you see him, he have cats around him and in his lap. All right, he is a cat guy. So maybe Muhammad was infected by seeing many cats doing this, licking their hands. Like, what do you mean lick your hands? Have you ever seen someone teaching people to lick their hands? He is not even like, look, he forbid them. He forbid them from, wiping it with the towel or something. He's not saying then go and wash it. He's saying lick it. And after you lick it, then if you want to whip it, you can whip it. That is madness. And this man is telling me that he is the best one, the best fella to follow. And this is the hadith number in front of your eyes for those who they are seeking reference. Let us see something else. Actually, there is a hadith I cannot find in English. I was searching for it before I open. Like, I collect those things just 15 minutes before I open. There's a hadith that says that the medicine like cheese is a medicine for you being like, if you eat cheese you will be brave. Anyway, I could not find it, so let it go. Let us ignore this one. All right, let us ignore this one too. Here there's a collection in Arabic. Actually, I wish I can share it with you. All right, it's about some hadith Muhammad, he said, but it's hard to find them in English. The Muslims don't translate those things. As an example, you should not blow on the food. Like if your food is hot, if you blow in it, the benefit of it and the blessing of it is going to go. All right, this is the health of Muhammad, the health department. All right, the one, look at this one. The one who took, like, if let us say you found some food, where? Let me translate for you, because I don't know, like, people they might say I'm making things up. Let me translate. All right, I will enter the translation, the text in Arabic in front of you. All right, and here it's in English. It's not coming correct. Anyway, it says that if there is a drop of food or something food, you found it in the sewage, majra al-gha'it, the where your pee go, the place where your pee is. Let's say you're in the bathroom, and some food dropped there in the toilet seat, not in the floor of the bathroom. All right, in the water, in the piss. Excuse my language. And if you take it and you wash it and you eat it, Allah will forgive you, which means it's a blessing thing to do. You see the urine stream, like in here, it's coming in front of your eyes. You see it? If the food fail in the urine stream, I wish I can show you this list, and Muslims are proud about it. Somehow it's a comedy. Seriously, it is a comedy. Let us see something else. Let us see. It is not healthy to eat using the dishes of the Christians. It's not healthy to eat using the dishes of the Christians, which is very funny. When Muhammad, he says you cannot eat using a dish owned by a Christian, but at the same time the Quran says that you can eat their food. You can eat a Christian cooked food and it's halal. You see, this is why I say when Muslims they say to you, by the way, that there is a halal food and haram food. That is the biggest lie ever Muslims they come with in the West. For any food uh, cooked by Christians is halal or Jews. It doesn't matter what it is. So when a Muslim he say I eat only halal food, well, you live in the West, and the majority of people in the West they are Christians or Jews. So you are lying to everybody saying I eat halal. For halal is whatever Christians cook. All right. And actually, there's a hadith. It says, Muhammad he said, if even if somebody, because what is halal, by the way, forget about pork. Let us say it's beef or etc. So let us say somebody bring you a food which is not halal, because halal it's mean you say Allahu Akbar before you slaughter the animal. That's all. All right. And it's not pork, as long as it's different normal meat like beef, sheep, lamb, whatever, you know, it's fine. Still, it's not halal. Why? Because you have to say the name of Allah on it. So Muhammad said, okay, say the name of Allah and eat it. Still a Muslim, he will say to you, I want to eat halal food. All right. But here they see the hypocrisy. When Muhammad he allowed the Muslims not only to eat the Christian food, to marry their women, to have sex with them. But you cannot eat their dish. What's wrong with their dish? You should not eat in their dishes unless you find no, like there's no other way. Let us continue. All right. Muhammad is giving a very good health advice. Those foods are very bad for Muslims, and actually Allah and the Prophet and the angels, they hate those who eat those things. Starting from what? He who eats of this offensive, what? Offensive plant. Have you ever heard about offensive plant? Muslims have offensive plant. Not only Muslims get offended, even by a human, they are offended even by a plant. Allah himself will be offended by those plants. The angels will be offended by those plants. What are they, those plants? I.e., garlic. Do you know how useful and healthy garlic is? This is one of the top natural medicine a human being should eat from it every day. If I search right now, how good is garlic? Oh, I'm typing in Arabic now, sorry. You will see endless list about garlic. This is one of the top food you people should eat. It's involved everything, things you cannot even imagine. Your heart health, your cholesterol, you name it. You know, this website is not ruling. Maybe I better close it before they crush me. All right, let us search for something else. Oh, forget about the one we click in. All right, here we go. This is better. You can search. You can search. It's amazing. Garlic is one of the best. It's actually a very natural antibiotic for viruses, in case you do not know. Uh, it lowers your blood pressure. It fights cold, viruses, bacteria, lower heart disease. You know, read. You know, bones. It's involved in everything. Actually, even you want to lose weight, eat garlic. It helps you very much to control your bad cholesterol. So when Muhammad is saying that we should not eat garlic and garlic is offensive, what this guy is talking about? Seriously, what he's talking about? How much intelligence this man he has? Now, what is the other plant, sorry, is bad? This? What's wrong with this? Let us search for the same. Let us see. Uh, let us see what they are talking about here. I wanna go to that. Actually, the translation, by the way, is not very much accurate. But let us see here. How to eat well. Anyway, we don't want to like spend too much time searching for those, but you can search for them and see. You know, in Arabic, the hadith says the baqla. The baqla actually is how we translate al-baqla. Buqul. Let us see if we go to Google translation. Which is very important to eat. No, actually, the translation is not coming. I'm trying to find what the translation I can tell you, because I believe the translation here is not coming very much accurate for this. Anyway, you see even here, it's Orient garlic and leek. I'm trying to find out what does that mean. I know what it's mean for me in Arabic, but leek, what is leek? Let us see if translation is correct. Oh, good to eat. Oh, we are typing in Arabic again. The world healthiest food. Leek. This is the one Muhammad forbid you from eating. Look how much benefit there is in it. Health leeks like garlic and onion belong to vegetables families, etc. Called lemon, etc. And this is all the benefit you can get from this vegetables. According to Muhammad, it's a bad thing. It's offensive. So we can say Muhammad, by saying a few words, he destroyed the diet, the best diet ever you can eat for health. Garlic, onion, leek, al-baqla. I'm trying to get, maybe in the coming video, I'll try to find the real translation for it, because I'm not really happy with this translation here. Uh, Actually, if we take this one to Google, let us see what is going to come with. Google. Let's see. Just to see if it's true or not, because I don't know really what this. I translate to Arabic. It's not coming. There is no translation for it in Arabic. I don't know why. But I think they are picking up maybe a wrong name. I'm not sure. Anyway, as you see, those are very useful vegetables, and it's really madness to say that we should not eat them. Actually, those are the best. By the way, the Muslim, they will say to you, he is not saying don't eat them. He says you cannot eat them, enter the mosque. But hold on, the Muslim, they pray 5 times a day, and the last prayer is the time when they sleep. So this is the time of food anyway, like when you are going to eat them. If you eat garlic, you will smell garlic. And the coming of prayer is coming soon, so you cannot enter the mosque, you cannot eat it then. And if you don't enter the mosque, you became an apostate, and the Muslims will kill you. Actually, there's a hadith where Muhammad, he said, like those who don't pray, we should beat them with the like the Muslim, they say to you, those religious police is not really Islamic, but the fact Muhammad, he ordered to beat those who cannot or who do not come to the mosque to pray. There we go. You see, and this is very healthy way, by the way, to treat people. Yahya related to me from Malik, etc., etc. The messenger of Allah grant him peace. He went to take two pieces of wood to strike them together to gather people for the prayer. All right, this is what they are saying here, right? But the fact, this is not about striking the two pieces together. It doesn't say that. يضرب بهما ليجتمع الناس. To beat with it to gather people to prayer. Some Muslims, they say no, this is about beating the wood together. It's not about beating the people with it. Well, you tell me then, how come where the Islamic police, they got the idea to beat people by wood to bring them for a prayer? Let us continue. The Prophet, he forbid people from drinking standing up. I have a surprise here, by the way. I hate it when I laugh this way. Okay, it was narrated from Anas that the Messenger of Allah forbid drinking while standing up. Do you see it, guys? Be my witness. I'm not the one who's saying it. All right? Go down, go down, go down. Look, 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 look. At the time of the Messenger of Allah, SWA or SAW, we used to eat while walking and drinking while standing up. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Anas reported, Allah Apostle, may peace upon him, disapproved drinking of water while standing up. Which one to follow, Muslims? Seriously, which one to follow? Drinking when we are standing up or drinking when we are sitting down? Because obviously your prophet is is saying in one place we should not do that. So what do you think? Any Muslim here in the chat with us? Once he says something, and once he is doing the opposite. And the funny, if you go like here, at the time of the Messenger of Allah, we used to eat while walking and standing up. If we click at this, it is Sahih. What? It is Sahih, which means correct. Okay, let us go back to the hadith. This one doesn't say Sahih. Anyway, it's Sahih because it says in the book of Muslim. You know, Sahih Muslim. Let us go to the other one. Look at this. I gave the messenger of Allah some Zamzam drink, and he drank while he was standing. It is Sahih. You see, it is Sahih. Okay, let us see. Other one is saying you cannot drink when you are standing. None of you should drink while you're standing. The Prophet said, none of you should drink while you are standing. Lord have mercy. All right. Look, some people dislike to drink water while they are standing. So the Prophet says, do just the same I do, which means standing. When I say Islamic books is a list of contradiction, you know, it's amazing that they saw the Messenger of Allah drink standing and sitting at eternity. The last three hadith point out the possibility of eating and drinking while walking and or standing or sitting, but drinking in sitting position remain the best. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh Lord. Okay. By the way, this is not a hadith here. This is the conclusion. All right, Ali. This is not Muhammad talking. The Prophet, Messenger of Allah, he warned against drinking while standing. You see it? Is it? He warned. He made a warning. Like, come on, man. Anyway, so first of all, you cannot find something legitimate to trust in anything Muslims they do. It's very confusing, and I will tell you why. Because Muhammad himself is not legitimate, and I believe truly that this is what happened here. That Muhammad, he says something and he do something else, and he forgot what he said before. He said, "Don't drink standing," and he drinks standing, and then he said, "Oh, okay, you know what? Drink. It's okay to drink standing." And then he said, "No, drink. You know, it's better if you drink sitting." And then again he said, "Drink standing." So you do not know what this guy he want. For later we will discover that he have a mental issue. He have a mental health problem. Let us see here. All of us, we know that Muslims, they should do ablution before the prayer. I can show you tons of hadith about Muhammad eating without washing, before eating and after eating, before eating and after eating. Is that healthy? And not only this, he even do pray, which is ablution supposedly is a must for every Muslim to do before he pray. But yet Muhammad don't do that. It's a must for every Muslim, otherwise it's not accepted for him to do a prayer. You have to do ablution. Muhammad, he go, you see, it says that he ate, etc. And then he want to perform salat which means prayer, without wudu, which means ablution. By the way, it's very funny when the Muslim translate like without wudu. Like how in the world somebody who do not know what Islam is about, he will know what wudu is. Is that supposed to be a translation? Like to perform salat. And by the way, what salat mean? What salat mean? They say to you salat here to do prayer. Okay, how come here when you say sallallahu alayhi wasallam, you see this thing here, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, you translate it as Allah be blessing upon him. How come salat, the same word, appear when they want as a prayer, and when they want they say it is a peace upon him? Because they are hypocrite liars. Don't ever trust a Muslim translation. You know, as long we are here actually about Muhammad washing, not washing, etc. Let me show you something here. I want to show you where Muhammad, when he do have sex or do poo-poo, what he do. Where is that? Anyway, the hadith says, here we go. Follow the Prophet, brother. Follow the Prophet. The best one to follow is who? Is the Prophet. When the Prophet he do have sex or do janaba or is he coming from the bathroom, what he do? Let us see. When Allah messenger perform ghusl, which means washing, all right, this is the washing now. Look how Muhammad wash. He would start by washing his hands, and he would pour water with his right hand into his left and wash his private part, and then he would strike his hand on the ground, then wipe it, then wash it. All right, now this is the Muslim translation. Is that true? I will show you how Muslims they change the story. Hold on. Let us see what will copy. I will go up because this is not an accurate translation. I will show you how the translation change. Here we go. Look how the story changed, guys. The same story. This is the same story. The story is different now. I placed water in the bath of the Prophet, etc., and poured water in his right hand and his left, washed them, and then he washed his private part, and he rubbed his hand in the ground and washed it with water. All right? Hold on. If we go here, look what it says. ثم قال بيده الأرض فمسحها بالتراب. He cleaned his hand with the dust of the floor. In here, we don't see it. It's gone. There's only water. Do you see dust? Do you see sand? It says here he wrapped his hand in the ground. This is not true. If we take the story here, I will take it from here, and after that actually he washed it. If we take it to Google translation, just to show you how Muslims are not to be trusted for any translation you can imagine. This is the Arabic translation as it is, and this is the English in the front of your eyes. Then wash his private parts, and then said he put his hand, he rubbed it in the floor with the earth dust. Do you see it? But the English translation, there is no such a thing. There's no dust. The Prophet is washing his hands by touching the floor. And the floor, don't think the floor at that time is the same as your floor. Those are Bedouin. Their floor is nothing but dirt. It's dirt. In the translation, it's gone. We cannot find that in the translation. Why? Because simply Muslims don't want to show us any of those things. The word dust is gone. Let us continue. Oh, look at this one now. The health, this is a very good for health actually. I advise all of you to practice it, especially if you are a Muslim, not Christians. This is not good for Christians, by the way. If you do it, you will die very soon. If you are a Muslim, it's very healthy. Look what Muhammad said. A bunch of people, they walked by Muhammad and they saw him taking a shower, washing in Bi'r Bida'a. Bi'r Bida'a is what? Bi'r Bida'a simply is a hole in the ground where dirty sewage water gather in it, and people, they throw their garbage in it, and the garbage contain, as we will see in the following. Abu Dawood said, actually let us go from here. I heard that the people asked the Prophet of Allah, water is brought for you from the well of Bidah. It is a well in which dead dogs, dead what? Dead dogs, menstrual clothes, and the garbage of people are thrown there. The Messenger of Allah, he said, verily, water is pure and nothing make it dirty. What? How big this water? How big this water? Just to show you, because Muslim, they might say to you, it's a lake. It's a big lake where people, they throw garbage. So what? But it's a big lake. No, look. Abu Dawood said, I measured this place. All right. And he said, with my sheet, which I stretched over it, it measured as 6 cubits. That's it. It's very small. Dead dogs, women of blood from period, garbage, all in 6 foot. It's even like twice bigger than the size of your bathtub, or actually less. And this is where the Prophet, he take a shower. Actually, there's different hadith where he himself is inside this water. Let's see. People, they were walking by Muhammad and they saw him in the water now, not bringing water for him. Remember, this is a Hassan hadith. This is Hassan, so it's good. It was said, "O Allah Messenger, shall we use the water of etc. for ablution, which have menstruation, rags, flesh of dogs, etc." Muhammad, he said, it is nothing make water dirty. Is that healthy? That nothing make water dirty? What do you, let me tell you something. The sewage is water. And actually Muhammad, not only he was washing here, he was drinking from it. Because you see, just me show you the Muslim translation how fast it is. When they speak about this, they say to him, water is brought for you from well of Bidah. But they did not tell us for water for what. In Arabic here it says, إِنَّهُ يُسْتَقَى لَكَ مِنْ بِئْرِ بِضَاعٍ. They bring you water to drink. They bring you water to drink, not water to wash only. He drink from it. يُسْتَقَى لَكَ مِنْ بِئْرِ بِضَاعٍ. Let me take the Arabic as it is and take it to Google translation. We post it as it is, copy paste in the front of your eyes. They translate the word yustaqa, the verb, their read. What their read mean? I don't know what that word means. Anyway, the word in Arabic yustaqa is drinking, yasqi. Okay, so if I take the whole thing here, I make it just yasqi. I change this. Draws. The translation of Google is not really good. Anyway, so the word yustaqa laka min bi'ri bida'a mean they bring you drink from it, water to drink. And this water have dead dogs, and it is 6 cubit big. Even the guy, he was able to measure it with his sheet. 6 cubit long, or the size, and dead dogs and women blood and period and garbage, all of it in such a little water. And yet Muhammad, he do what? He drink from it. And the excuse is what? Water is always clean, nothing make it dirty. This is why I say, like those who make articles or even make books about Islam, they don't know Arabic, you know. They will miss a lot of almost they will miss everything. Look how the story here changed. Muhammad himself is performing the wash in the well, not they brought him the well. Look how the story changed. I passed by the Prophet when he was performing wudu. He was washing wudu, by the way, not only washing hands, you are washing even everything, your face, everything. Okay, so your ears, imagine your nose, your feet, your hands. From the well of Bidah, I said, are you performing, which is showing me that there's Arab don't do that. Because why Arab are surprised? You know what I mean? If this is something everybody do, nobody will ask him why you are doing that, correct? But obviously the Arab at that time, they will never do this. Muhammad was a madman. Are you performing, Muhammad, are you performing wudu from it when garbage is thrown into it? This is the Muslim translation. And actually it doesn't say in Arabic garbage. It say ma yukrahu minan natin, which means the filthy, stinky, the stink. It doesn't say garbage. It's more than garbage, because garbage, it can be anything. It says here, وهي يطرح فيها ما يكره من النتن, and they throw in it the most hateful, stinky stuff. Amazing, isn't it? So Van Damme want to teach us about to follow Muhammad as an example. All right, you see it? This is a translation of Google. Even the stupid translation of Google got it right. It's put in it what human being hates of their stink. In the Arabic, in the English translation, they say garbage. They are trying to make it look better. The Prophet is washing in a water have dead dogs, women blood rags. They put the rags of the women, you know, at that time, women, with my respect to the ladies, you know, they don't have what they have today. So they use rags for their period. All right? So women, they throw their rags there. And it's a very small thing. And all the people of Quraysh, they know that this is a very stinky place. This is the most worst place to do anything with. So you tell me, do you think Muhammad was a healthy man to do that? Why he don't go to a clean water? Why he's going there? Obviously, this guy, he's saying to him, why you are doing that? And this is mean there's a better place where people, they can wash. There's better water. And obviously the Arab, they are not used to do this. And this is a very clear proof that Muhammad have a mental issue. So we should follow Muhammad and follow his health advice. I think I'm going to convert to Islam after this. But remember here, you see how different the translation change? How much they lie? Look at this one. The people asked the Messenger of Allah, can we perform ablution out of the well of bid'ah? Which as a well, people they throw in it the menstrual clothes and the dead dogs and stinking things we thrown. He replied, water is pure and nothing can make it dirty. And here we go. It is sahih. It is what? It is sahih. Lord. Actually, I was trying to find a hadith here about not to eat like the Majus. The Majus is simply those, you know, the Persian. You know, the Persian, they have their own way. And by the way, the Persian, the old Persian, they are very clean people. They're not dirty. Yes, they don't worship the true God, but doesn't make them, you know, dirty people. They are very clean. But Muhammad, but here I came with this hadith here about Muhammad trying to not to look acting the same. So act differently. So what we act differently? Chop your mustache and grow your beard. Lord have mercy. Just to act differently. What else? What else? Now we will go to the mental health, not only the physical health, because you see, your physique can affect your mental health too, for many reasons. Actually, you know, actually all of us, when we get sick, we get stressed out, we don't feel good, and the health issue put a lot of pressure on our mental. All right, so you have to strain your mental to resist the disease before even like let us say that the health of the brain is very important in order to fight illness. one of the reasons of success of mankind to fight illness is the health of the brain. Because if your brain is not really in control of what you do, then everything can go wrong. Then it's about the spirit of you have, what's coming from your brain. You feel good, you know, I want to fight it, you know, I'm not going to give up, etc. Look what this story here is saying. The prophet continued for such a period, imagining that he has slept. Let me go to the hadith inside here and then zoom in. The prophet continued for such period, imagining that he has slept, which means he had sexual relationship. Not my translation, Muslim translation. With his wives. And in fact, he did not. All right. This guy, he said, we should see how smart Muhammad is. Muhammad is so smart. And smart is about what? It's about the health of the brain. When your brain is healthy, then we can say you are a smart person, but your brain is damaged and you are smart. That's impossible. And I think all of you agree. So when we see someone, this guy, he called him smart or super smart. And then he said to us that he imagined himself having sex with his wives, and this is during the daytime, by the way. This guy, this is not about dreaming. Be careful, this is not about dreaming. Dream is something normal, everybody can have. All right? And even if a man have imagined himself having sex with someone, it's a dream. You have no control over it. All right? But this is not the case. What this story is speaking about, a person who is awake, but he imagined himself doing things. He is not sleeping. He have, you know, I'm not a doctor, you know, but as I know, based on many reading I did, if you have an imbalance in your brain chemical, then you will start seeing and hearing things never happen. Things only you hear and only you see. That because of a balance you lose in the chemical of the brain. So they give you certain medicine to make the balance go, you know, go again. Like when I was in the army, actually, there's some of the soldiers, they were dismissed from the service, you know, in the USA Army, because like two of them, I think they hear voices, all right? And supposedly this is because they have a chemical balance, you know, I did read the report they have a chemical balance, so they cannot be trusted to be soldiers because they might see things, they might warn for false things, they might even shoot because they see things as not clear, you know, very dangerous. So obviously Muhammad, he had the same problem. He imagined himself doing things, but in fact he never did. And this is not only for sex, everything. And this is explained to us, the story here, about what he's saying. That two angels came to him and then they make a surgery for him and etc. And then they found there's a they found that there's some hair used by a Jewish guy. He put it in a camp and he put some hair stuck in it, and he controlled Muhammad like a remote control from far away by this. This is all a story of somebody is unhealthy and his brain is unhealthy. So Muhammad trying to put his unhealthy behavior, which he cannot explain, by making it's about magic. And all of us, we know that magic does not exist. So the fact we have the magic is proven to be false, and the fact we have from the Muslim mouth, Aisha saying that. This is not somebody, not the neighbor. Aisha, the women who sleep with him, have sex with him, she spent many years of her life with him until he died. And actually, according to the story, he died even in her lap. So the Prophet continued for such and such a period, imagining. So obviously, Muhammad is a person who suffer from a mental issue. And not only for sex, Muhammad, he imagined always. He imagined always. Things happen, never happened. And this is the report from Aisha again. The Prophet was bewitched. What bewitched? Come on, we know that this is a lie. So he began to imagine that he had done a thing which in fact he had not done. And that is include sex. All right? This hadith here is showing that Muhammad was, like, most of the time he was sick, he is not healthy, etc. However, I think we have enough proofs and enough reference to show everybody that this man, he is the last one to teach us the manner of cleaning and health. From drinking a soup have a fly in it, to the way he wash his hands, he dry it in the floor and then he dry it in the wall, even if it have poo in it. To taking a shower in a water have dead dogs, women blood, stinky stuff, garbage, as the Muslim themselves in their translation they say. All of this is unhealthy and forbidden eating the best of the food like garlic, onion, etc. A long list of vegetables which Muhammad he forbade Muslims to eat. And all of us, we know that the land of the kuffar, not the land of the Muslims, is where people live long. Now, for sure, there's no reason for this. You know, in America, as an example, people, they have better health care, doctors, hospitals, advanced, etc., etc., etc. But in the same time, even in the time of Muhammad, the Arab at that time, their life was not improved after Muhammad. And listening to Muhammad lifestyle, I can tell you, you will get sick and you will die very, very fast. And actually, all the companions of Muhammad who did not die by the sword, all of them, they die in a very early age. They did not really live long. So when this man, he come to us trying to be hypocrite when he is doing an interview with a Saudi TV station, NBC, all right, and he say what he said. Look how happy they are. They are translating and making a shot one by one. All right. The Prophet, he was so extremely smart, and he know exactly what is good for the future of the body. I hope you guys, you did learn something good today. And you know, I think this guy, he speaks French, right? I think he speaks French. So if you maybe we should you know, we should share my French book with those who speak French. All right. I would appreciate it if people they share. I notice nobody is doing it really. You know, I don't know why, but anyway, Christians, what you can say. Very few of them they support what we do. This book is in French. It's very good. I got a lot of good feedback. It's called this Secret du Prophète Arabe. It's in French, and the translation is very, very good. All right. So if you have a French friends, people who speak French, please share it with them. And for sure, I have my other books, which is The Deception of Allah, Quran and Science in Depth, and more to come. I'm working in more books, and I'm working actually in the translation of the Quran. All right, I'm working with it for good time right now. But because I'm working more than one book at the same time, it's taking good time. And And if anyone have any question for me, or if you like to donate, like for some reason this month we noticed that many did drop their donation and their donation declined. I don't know why. However, thank you very much if you do or you don't. If you like to help us by donation, or you have a question, you want to send me a private message, please feel free. This is the address where you can contact me, and you can find the link under the video. With this, I say God bless. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. I mean to that. Thank you.